2025 MLB Draft is almost here, and at OTB Central, we're going to be giving a mock draft for the first 32 picks. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say thank you for 200 subscribers. We're on the road to 300, on the road to 250 first, then on the road to 300. So if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Now let's get into the video. At 32, we have the Brewers taking Oregon outfielder Mason Neville. He had a great season in 2025, had the most home runs in Oregon history, and he's got the power. See Milwaukee taking a chance here at 32. At 31, we have the Orioles taking Andrew Fisher, Tennessee first baseman / third baseman. He's got a lot of power, high upside there. Hit tool, is still in development, kind of a project, and also might not have a position at the next level, but we'll see. Definitely an interesting game to keep an eye on. The Orioles have 2 picks in a row, and at 30, we have them taking Louisville right-hander Patrick Forbes. He's got a low to mid-90s fastball with good off-speed and a repeatable delivery. Looks like an arm that's definitely ready for professional baseball. We expect a lot of pitchers to be taken within the first 2 rounds. There's a lot of talented arms in this draft just in general. And, when to pick a pitcher is definitely going to be a lot of, GMs, a lot of scouts, on their mind during the draft. At 29, we have the Diamondbacks taking Slater DeBron, a high schooler out of Summit High School in Oregon. This guy's got the tools, projects well, projects to be a center fielder, runs a 6.39, 6-yard dash. Definitely a guy with a lot of upside. At 28, we have the Royals taking backstop Caden Bonine. The hit tool is everything here. Fielding's definitely going to get better. He's just going to develop into something that's going to be solid, and he definitely deserves to be a first-rounder. 27, we have Gage Wood being picked by the Guardians here. Big fastball, 19 strikeouts in the College World Series. It was crazy. I think he lacks secondaries, but the Guardians will ultimately capitalize on all the things that he does very well. Got Gavin Feen going 26 to the Phillies. This guy could be the steal of the draft. Great all-around hitter. Lots of projection. 25, we have the Padres taking one of the riskier picks in the entire first round, Cruz Schoolcraft, a left-handed pitcher out of Sunset High School in Oregon. This kid is 6'7", has ran up to 97, lacks secondaries, but you can only dream of the potential. It's almost like a Randy Johnson type of build. Last year, the Padres took prep lefty Cash Mayfield, a build similar to Cruz Schoolcraft, but the ceiling is definitely higher with the velocity with Schoolcraft. Mayfield does look more polished, though. 24, we have the Tigers taking Xavier Naines, a high school third baseman out of Mount Vernon High School in Washington. Fun fact, I actually pitched against Xavier Naines, and he's the real deal. A lot of power. He ended up hitting a double off of me. Just so much projection. The results are definitely going to come in the minors, and it might take some time for him to tap into that power, but once he does, his ceiling is so high. Think of like a Matt Chapman almost. Just a lot of power, great defense. Some Rafael Devers with better defense, I'd say. 23, we have the Royals taking Alabama pitcher Riley Quick. Riley Quick used to be a highly regarded offensive line prospect. He's got a big fastball, big slider, lacks command, but when he puts it all together, he's definitely a pitcher who could be very, very successful, track through a system really quickly, and the ceiling is just extremely high on a guy like Riley Quick. 22, we have the Braves taking Daniel Pierce, a prep shortstop actually from Georgia. And this is a pick that a lot of people think they're going to go pitcher. I believe they go under slot here. They get a guy who has helium, the 13th ranked draft prospect by MLB.com. This is a guy who definitely has the ceiling of a lot of the top shortstops in the league. Trey Turner, he even says he models the game after Bobby Witt, and his ceiling could be there at some point. 21, we have the Astros taking Keeson Cunningham, a shortstop out of Johnson High School in Texas. Astros farm system is very weak. They're lacking versatility, and Keeson Cunningham would add to that tremendously. Would be a very good first-round pick if they got him at 21. And at 20, we have the Brewers pulling off the shock of the draft, picking Cam Cannarella, a guy who was a first-round pick but struggled mightily with the bat this year. It's a toolsy outfielder. The power might not be there, but the hit tool is there, and the Brewers are known for picks like this. I'd be surprised if the Brewers go over slot here. I could see them going under slot and taking the Clemson outfielder. That is going to conclude part 1. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more. We're on the road to 250 subscribers. And stay tuned for part 2 of our 2025 MLB mock draft. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.